With the Oscars coming up and nominees being announced, I believe this is finally time to bring back The Social Network and finally give it the recognition it deserves. With all the hype around Andrew Garfield and Spider-Man, I'm surprised this movie hasn't been talked about enough, especially with Andrew Garfield's famous line,
"Sorry, my Prada's at the cleaners, along with my hoodie and my fuck you flip-flops, you pretentious douchebags."
I've never been a fan of Facebook, and I feel like it was quite a bit before my time, leaving Instagram to take over it, which is still technically linked to Facebook. But it's a tragic story of a Harvard student who would do anything to start up his new website called The Facebook. Oh wait, scratch that. We're taking out the Facebook. He just wanted to launch Facebook, but did whatever had to be done to get it. If we really look at it, this movie was a villain origin story where Mark played the Joker and Eduardo was DC, are you listening to this? No matter how scary Mark Zuckerberg can be, Jesse Eisenberg really brought out the annoyance this character brings, and was able to capture the anger the audience was so eager to release. It did cause some controversy like many true event film adaptations do, but Zuckerberg was not happy about it and was quote-unquote hurt. But who cares? He hurt the lives of Gen Z by investing them into the metaverse. Thanks, Mark. We see Jesse's character fight so hard to make Facebook a thing by making many enemies along the way. It provides flashbacks between the past and present, making the audience feel more in tune with the characters and events. Eduardo's his longtime rich friend who gives him all this money to make Facebook. We meet Sean Parker, the sketchy famous guy who pretty much did nothing for Facebook. And we meet the Winklevoss twins who Mark screws over, but if I do say so myself, that was too much Armie Hammer to take in. Over time, Mark comes up with all these lies to avoid the Winklevoss twins, while also trying to maintain his friendship with Eduardo, but that doesn't end well. We see him struggle with his love life, which was embarrassing to watch, while they are all trying so hard to take down one another, which is, in the end, you can't really determine worked. Facebook's still a thing and Mark's still a jerk. It showed how business and friendship never works and eventually leads to a heartbreak no one asked for, which you see a lot between Eduardo and Mark. For such a serious movie, you wouldn't expect to react to a relationship similar to a regular rom-com, because these are two nerdy Harvard students in a movie about Facebook, not The Notebook. With Sean Parker, he's kind of just there to be this investment that thinks he has all this money but really doesn't. He manipulates Mark throughout the movie, and it's kind of the reason him and Eduardo had such a fallout. In the end, Mr. Topshot ends up getting arrested for being a perv, but since it's Justin Timberlake, he cried in a river and got out. Woohoo! In the end, we are left with Mark realizing how he betrayed the only people he had and is left alone. By the credits, we get a scene where Mark is reminded he's not an awful person, but a woman I'm pretty sure no one remembers. But explain the past 15 years, Marlon Depley. I'm waiting. For a 2010 film, The Social Network really brought back the amount of drama true event adaptation films brought, while also bringing these amazing actors into the industry, as they deserve. When it comes to movies, I can be very picky, especially with live action movies like these, but I do feel this movie is one of the greatest movies of all time, not only because Andrew Garfield and Jesse Eisenberg are in it, but because of the story it's trying to tell, and living in our current society where social media plays a really big part in it, it's always nice to hear the origin story of one that created many. And as of right now, I do like to look back and see what these characters and actors are doing today. We hear a lot about Mark, not much about Eduardo or the Winklevoss twins, but this is a franchise that they created together, and they should all be remembered for their part that they played in this life-changing company. But yeah, if you enjoy more videos like these and you want to see more of me, subscribe and like the video, and leave in the comments more movies that you think I should review and talk more about.